Good evening. Welcome to the PrAC meeting. We are waiting for quorum. Once we get quorum, we will start. But until then, we're going to go back to the graphic. Thank you.
It is 5:36, and I now call to order the meeting of the Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission. City Clerk, would you please take roll call?
Commissioner Soto, absent. Commissioner Dolan,
Here.
Commissioner Kucharski, absent. Commissioner Kalia, Commissioner Barraza, Commissioner Singh, absent. Commissioner Miller,
Here.
Vice Chair Ward is absent, and Chair McCoy.
Present. We have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
Thank you. We will now begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Will everyone please stand? Ready, salute. City Clerk, are there any changes or proposed changes to the agenda?
No.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Dolan. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Miller. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. This item is approved. We will now move on to the approval of minutes. Are there any changes to the minutes from January 27th, 2025, City Clerk?
No, there are not.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes? Thank you, Commissioner Miller. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Dolan. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We will now move on to subcommittee reports. This item is a discussion item for the commission, and no public comments will be taken related to this item. Does the San Joaquin River Parkway Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to the commission?
Yes, I'm speaking for Kelly. She's our chair. She couldn't be here. She'll be here late. This is what she wrote. Before I do that, let me give some helpful definitions. All properties along the San Joaquin River between Bryant Dam and Highway 99, regardless of ownership in Madera and Fresno counties. San Joaquin River Conservancy, state agency with ownership of approximately 2,900 acres of conserved land within the parkway. San Joaquin River Parkway and Conservation Trust, River Parkway Trust, a local nonprofit with ownership of approximately 200 acres within the parkway. This is her This is her report. Previously, this Measure P subcommittee wanted to move forward with a recommendation to provide Measure P funding to open the Genco Lanes and Collier properties on the parkway. However, the Conservancy hasn't yet approved for these projects for their board, so the recommendation wasn't moved forward. In the January Conservancy Board meeting, approval was granted to support moving forward with opening public access for the Genco and Lane properties. These two are owned by the Conservancy. Conservancy. The Collier property is owned by the nonprofit River Parkway Trust. The subcommittee would like to invite the Conservancy and the River Parkway Trust to an upcoming PRAC meeting to present the budget and needs for opening all 3 properties to the public. This would benefit the PRAC Commission so that all informed recommendations can be crafted for the City Council approval. The subcommittee, based on consultations with the Conservancy, does not expect this recommendation to exceed costs of $50,000 annually to open and keep all 3 properties open to the public. This would provide an immediate and low-cost public benefit. And she asked, how can we formally invite them to be scheduled on the agenda for March 17th? Now, the $50,000, I tried to get some clarification on that. And she didn't get back to me, but I was concerned. Does that include maintenance, repair, and all that goes with it? Or is that initial cost to get up and running? I don't know, and maybe when she gets here, she can address some of these questions.
Thank you for that update.
Could we put it on the agenda?
So it has to be sent to me in an email, so when we do our agenda setting, we can add it onto the agenda.
So we can add them.
She has to send me an email requesting for it to be added on.
Okay, I'll tell her.
Okay, thank you. Does the Cultural Arts Grant Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to the commission?
No update at this time.
Okay, thank you. We will now move on to member reports and comments. As a reminder, this is a time for commission members to report anything they feel important for the public or commission to know, but it's not a time for discussion. Commissioner Barraza.
Yes, Madam Chair. First of all, I'd like to thank the Mayor's Office and the Fresno City Council for their participation in the community. City staff, I always forget park staff are wonderful folks that do a lot of the work, and then the administrative office also, obviously, for breaking ground for about $10.5 million, probably is higher than that, Southeast Fresno Regional Park and Soccer Complex that so far city staff calls it the Peach Avenue Park. It's wonderful. It was well received by the community. Everybody likes it. And obviously, it took having to make this project a priority in order for it to happen. And I very directly like to express our appreciation to Mayor Jerry Dyer and the City Council. I just wanted to inform you about something kind of interesting that's happening relating to that project, and that is that the staff identify a process for naming the park, and I think they've selected names for fruits and minerals or something a little bit different. The community has a different perspective. We feel that there should be an individual that has had a great role in promoting the park and also in promoting the sport of soccer, because the project is going to have soccer fields. And so the organization Sepsida is planning to receive nominations from the community to identify a group of individuals, and then Sepsida would like to conduct a voting process to identify the names of individuals, and actually one name of the individual that would receive the highest number of votes. And the voting will be citywide, but the criteria of how to do it will be established by Sepsida. I just wanted to inform you of this. This is kind of in motion, and I hope that folks can understand how important this project has been to the community, and therefore the community should have some say as to how to proceed with naming the facility. And we should not get a list from City Hall that says, this is your list, you can vote on it, and obviously that's not acceptable to us. That concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Barraza. Commissioner Singh, do you have any reports or comments?
None at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Miller? Nothing from me at this time. Thank you. Commissioner Collier?
Nothing at this time.
Thank you. Commissioner Dolan?
I do, actually. Thank you for asking. I had the great pleasure last weekend of attending the Fresno Philharmonic's performance of a piece that was commissioned to commemorate those Japanese-American citizens who were interned during World War II. The piece was called Kisetsu, which I think translates as The Seasons. It was based on the book by Mas Masimoto, who many of you know. There was also a performance of Shostakovich, piano concerto, and a Rachmaninoff concerto. But what was I was there as a private citizen, and I realized when I was there that the money to commission that piece, which was really beautiful and really meaningful, came from our cultural arts grants. And it struck me that is an amazing testament to what we do here and what we're engaged with. And it was really a powerful moment. And the park's Measure P was recognized as a gold-level donor to make that possible. And I think it's something we should all be very proud of being part of.
Thank you. We will now move on to City Administration and Park staff reports and comments. Does anyone from the administration have any reports or comments for the commission?
Nothing to report tonight.
Thank you. Does anyone from the park staff have any reports or comments for the commission?
Thank you, Chair. Just wanted to, again, kind of reiterate Commissioner Barraza's thanks for, the project that we just broke ground on last week. It is a great facility. I know it's been a long time coming, so great to see the community come out and support. A lot of the individuals who were with us back in January of 2023, giving us their input as to how they want to see this park and this land used. We're at the groundbreaking as well, so it really is a community park that we're thankful the community really engaged in, and ultimately, the park, once it's completed, will be an area that can make memories and thrive for the community. So we're excited for that, so thank you for that.
Thank you. We will now move on to unscheduled communication. Will any member of the public like to speak on any issue within the jurisdiction of this commission? You will have up to 3 minutes. If you would like to make a comment regarding any of the scheduled hearings, comments will be taken when each item is called. No one online? All right, unscheduled communication is closed, and we will now move on to hearings. ID number 25-209, hearing to receive public input on expanding access to arts and cultural grant program. Would any member of the public like to make a comment regarding this item? You will have up to 3 minutes for comment. And no one online? All right, I will now close public comment. Does any member of the commission have any questions or comments regarding this item?
Madam Chair, I think it will be good information for the public to know when the process is going to be open to the best of any information we have staff. And can you give us an update on where we are in that process?
Sure. Ms. Solis from the Parks team will be able to answer that.
Hi, Jennifer Solis, Division Manager in the Parks Department. We actually don't have a date identified from Fresno Arts Council. City Council adopted the guidelines on January 30th with changes. So the Arts Council has presented those changes and just were finalized this week, end of last week, this week. So once we connect with Fresno Arts Council, we can get an update on that. But right now we don't have a date from the Arts Council at this moment on when they plan to release the next call.
Do you think it's possible for us to have a date next month or have some type of idea next month when we meet again, or be able to get another update?
We can work with the Arts Council to get an update.
And Chair, I would think that would be feasible to have some dates or some classes. I know I've seen some posts online on technical workshops that are being offered, so I would imagine by next month, I believe Fresno Arts Council could have some potential milestone dates for you all.
Yeah, I just think that would be helpful. I think we're all receiving calls from our network of residents and interest applicants who would like to apply. So just to be able to give them some type of time frame would be very helpful.
Sure, yeah, and staff can work with the subcommittee and the Arts Council to get that information.
Madam Chair, can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
I've been in contact with the Fresno Arts Council, and they're tentatively looking, well, February's almost over with, but March, first part of March, second part of March, somewhere in that time frame for the applications. It's just a guess on their part based on everything that's going on. So.
Got it. Yeah, it's for the Fresno Arts Council to really establish those timelines. So
hopefully once those changes that were suggested by council and this commission take place, we should be able to have an update at least by the next month's meeting.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next hearing, ID number 25-210, hearing to receive public input on allocations related to Measure P, updates to the Parks Master Plan and Cultural Arts Plan, and annual Parks Department budget and capital improvement plans. Would any member of the public like to make a comment regarding this item? You will have up to 3 minutes for comment. Okay. And no one online. I will now close public comment. Does any member of the commission have any questions or comments regarding this item?
No.
All right, it is 5:52. I think that this time will go in the books for one of the shortest meetings ever. I would like to adjourn this meeting as I always do at 5:52 in the loving memory of Dr. Francine Apuda. We miss you deeply on the commission and having your voice and presence and guidance. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your evening.